Oh boy, do I have a treat of a review for you today. I finally have an opportunity to show you a wig that I have seen everywhere. And I have heard from dozens and dozens of our wig sisters who say this wig on my head is their daily driver. And I've never tried her until now. We're going to learn about Raquel Welch Wavy Day in the color Shaded Wheat together right now. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm partnering with wigs.com to bring you this review. I have been in conversation with them about doing some collaborations, and I had shared that Wavy Day is a style that I have wanted to share for a really long time because I know so many of you just love this style so much, and they were just wonderful and agreed to send her to me so I could show all of you. If Wavy Day is a wig that you've tried, whether you love her or not, please share in the comments. Help a wig sister out. Let them know your thoughts because all the data that we can get on these purchases is helpful, and wigs are super expensive, and so it can be really nerve-wracking. And I'm just one person with one opinion, and I would love to hear from some of you on yours. Wigs.com is an online retailer that carries all the major name brands. For years, I've actually referred to them as the Amazon of the wig world because they have been around for a while and they are pretty big. And what I love about them is they have a great return policy. So if you struggle, I always say buy from a company with a good return policy until you can get your feet under you and learn what works for you, and they do. So definitely check them out if you are in the market for a wig either now or in the future. And the link that I will put in the description box below will provide you with 30% off your purchase. No coupon code needed. You'll get it at checkout. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. One thing I've always promised my wig sisters is that I will do the most honest reviews that I can possibly do, and I will give you all the pros and any cons that I can determine whenever I'm trying a wig. Again, we're all so very different, and what works for me may not work for you. But I've also learned over the past 6.5 years of wig wearing that a lot of wigs need a little bit of tweaking out of the box. It's very rare, in my opinion, to get a wig that is absolutely perfect for you out of the box. That's why I do so many tip videos, because there are some skills as a wig wearer that you can learn that will help you be successful and maybe avoid some of the returns that you currently are experiencing. And with Wavy Day, I think the one thing that this one needs is some help with the face flopping. This one, at least my piece, is very, very much a face flopper. And by face flopper, I just mean it wants to hang in your face. That is so common with wigs, especially heat-friendly and regular synthetic wigs. They tend to sometimes be a little heavy at the front. And I have a video showing you how you can use a hot comb to get a little lift in the front. I have a video showing how you can pluck a hairline, pluck a part line. You can use a hot air brush to get lift. You can just use a little bit of water and a hair dryer to get lift. So if you find wigs flopping in your face, it's super easy to fix, and if that's the only thing you're struggling with on a wig, I encourage you to watch those videos. I'll link a few in the description. Learn how to do this so that you don't have to return wigs like that any longer. So I'll show you inside the cap, but let's take a look at that lace front. Raquel Welch does an amazing job with their lace inside the cap. There's that full mono top. We've got soft ear tabs with bendable stays. The lace is extended ear tab to ear tab. We've got open wefting throughout. Let's talk about fit. I have an average petite head size, so a lot of brands fit me large. Raquel Welch is a brand that I think runs very true to average. So for someone with my measurements, and you can find them all in the description box below, it does fit me large. With a wig grip on, it is completely secure and it does not slip at all. But I'm going to throw this on and kind of describe the fit. I did cinch these adjusters in almost all the way, and I think I could actually cinch them in all the way. because when they're cinched in like that, this is actually, it fits me okay, but it does feel a little loose. Like it doesn't feel super secure on my head. I have a 21¼ circumference. Again, all my measurements are in the description box below. I am getting extra cap up here. Honestly, I wouldn't feel super secure wearing this wig without a wig grip because of the fit on me. But with a wig grip, I have no worries at all, and it is very, very comfortable. I will link a few wig grip videos below in case you maybe aren't familiar with wig grips, or maybe you've tried a wig grip and didn't think they were for you, similar to what happened to me in the beginning. They aren't all created equal. There are lots of options out there, and it's just a matter of finding the one that works best for you. I get really good coverage on the sides because this does fit me large. If I wanted to, without pulling my own hair here, I could actually pull the cap slightly over my ear, which means that it's big on me, the ear to ear measurement, but the caps are so soft and so stretchy, I never feel as though it's putting pressure on the back of my ears. The only drawback to a wig being big on you on the over the ear is the ear tabs on me come really low, which I actually don't mind because it gives me good coverage, but it can make it a little challenging to wear eyeglasses because I don't get a lot of clearance there. So if your measurements are larger than mine, if you're more true to average, this wig is going to fit you great. But don't be afraid of a wig that's just a little too big. Wig grips help. You can also sew a few wefts together. There's tons of videos on YouTube showing how. So I'm fine with this one. You have to make your own choice though based on your own comfort level. Let's talk about density and Permatease. This wig is what I would consider a moderate, kind of a moderate to heavy density. There is a fair amount of hair on this piece. Now with the length, it is definitely manageable, but it does feel like it's a really kind of thick, healthy head of hair, and it does have some Permatease. There's Permatease on the sides right here, kind of on the crown. I would say there's Permatease all around here. I've had wigs with a ton more Permatease than this one has, so it isn't a significant amount. It's not super pillowy or poofy. It does, I think, enhance this wave because it gives a little bit of a roundness to it. And for my bang wearers, I hear from you all the time, can I cut bangs in that wig? That is such a common question, and I would say yes. On this one, you can absolutely cut bangs, especially if yours is a face flopper like mine. If you got one with more of a cowlick in the front so it didn't hang in your face quite as much, you would just need to take heat to it to get those bangs to lay flat. Shaded wheat, you might see it referred to as SS wheat. The code for this is 14/22SS. In the Raquel Welch line of wigs, SS means shadow shades or rooted. A shadow root is kind of how they do their rooting on the SS shades. For my wig sisters who aren't rooted, you don't love rooting, they do have a 14/22 without the SS, and that one is called pale golden. Let's talk about this one. So, excuse me, I am getting over a cold and I am shocked I have not coughed yet. So what we have here, here it comes. We have a dark blonde. This is a warm color. This is a very warm color. I almost think it's got some auburn tones to it. The codes don't suggest that, but just seeing it, it does have kind of that warmth of a super light auburn almost. But we've got a dark blonde, and then we've got it blended with some platinum, so you can kind of see that highlighting. And then we've got a root. I would say this root is, my guess is it's like an 8. It's not a super light root, but it is not a super dark root. It is, to me, absolutely perfect. As a natural brunette, I review a lot of brunettes, but every now and then, you know, we're coming up on summer here. I love a good blonde sometimes, and this one is just such a great warm blonde. Sort of a dark, you know, a dark blonde with highlights. No yellow. I wouldn't say there's yellow here, but it is absolutely got that warmth. It is very unique, very dynamic. And that root just makes it wearable for a natural brunette. Let's get outside so you can see this color outside. If you don't like warm blondes, then this one probably isn't for you. I would also say that if you are a natural blonde, this might be a great winter color for you. Whereas for me, it's a great summer color because I'm a natural brunette. For somebody with blonde hair, this could be a great winter color for you because of the warmth and the dimension. It's a surprising color and I really like it. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks for watching, you guys. Don't forget about wigs.com. I'll put some details in the description and some tip videos to help you on your journey. See you guys soon. All right, here is direct sunlight, no clouds. I actually prefer filtered sunlight a little bit. I think you can get a better sense of the color when the sun isn't so direct. But we work with what we got. I am going to be getting some lift in this front, that is for sure. Maybe I'll make this a Tip Tuesday project wig. All right, there you go. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.